Hello, welcome to our investment series. Today we are very honored to have ChinaAMC Senior Manager Chris Lee to share some investment ideas with us. Nice to meet you, Chris.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Okay, let's come to our topic. When it comes to investment, we know that a well-diversified portfolio is very important. And usually, how would you look at stocks and bonds?
Usually equity and bonds have a low correlation in response to different market events. Therefore, for equity, using equity as an example, equity will have a high volatile with a high return, but for bond it will have a stable return. That's why we would choose including equity and bond to be a well-diversified portfolio.
I understand. And I also know that in the United States, bonds is pretty easily accessible, even in a very small amount. But in Asia or in Hong Kong, the bond market is not still very well developed. So how would you suggest investor to access to the bond market?
I think for a retail investor, it's quite difficult to invest in bond market, given its low liquidity and high minimum amount to purchase. Therefore, it is quite good to using ETF to have a bond exposure. I think in this volatile market situation, I think it's quite good to invest in Asian investment grade bond. For the first reason is investment grade bond have a quite stable investor base. Therefore, the value and the price would not volatile a lot. And for second reasons, for investment grade bond, it will have higher risk-adjusted return, and it can provide a higher return, which can difficult to find in other bond market or bond as a class. For the third reason, I mean for the Asian economy, the economic growth is higher than other developed countries. Therefore, Asian investment grade bond is quite good to do as an allocation purpose, exposure for the well-diversified portfolio.
I see. And I understand that ChinaAMC has an investment grade Asian bond ETF. The stock code is 3141.
Yeah.
Can you let us know more about this? Let's say what are the top holdings, the investment theme, etc.
For the ticker 3141, I think it's a first Asian investment grade bond invested in the Asia bond market, and it's quite diversified to different regions and different companies, different government. For the government holdings, they have more than 62% holding for government-related exposure, and for the corporate exposure, it have more than 32% holding for corporate exposure. Therefore, the risk is not that high, but the return can have a guaranteed return to the investor.
I see. So we have talked about bond and bond ETF. Then let's move on to the equity market. Besides the general market, what sectors you guys or ChinaAMC is usually taking a closer look recently?
I would see the mega trend in Asia, especially for the high growth and low valuation. And healthcare or biotech industry is one of the sector with the most welcomed by the international investor. I think for a few reasons. For the first thing is there is a population size growth in Asia, and for the people persuade for health. Therefore, the health industry's potential is quite high for investor. And for our company view, I think especially for pandemic, and for the 2022 first half result, I think the average income growth and the profit growth is more than 10% for this industry, and the valuation is nearly the lowest in the historical low, and therefore the biotech industry, the healthcare industry have both low correlation and a growth potential.
Okay, so equity market, and then we move on to the healthcare biotech. And ChinaAMC got one Seng Hong Kong Biotech Index ETF. The stock code is 3069. Can you let us know more about this ETF?
I think it's quite difficult to select and invest in biotech stock because it's a different kind of industry. They got some pharmacy and CXO and some internet biotech industry. Therefore, I think it's quite good to using an ETF to invest in a biotech industry, because just one ETF can invest in 60 biotech stock in Hong Kong, and investors do not have to have a research on different biotech to have a stock pick for the industry. I think the management fee is quite low too, and it's 0.5% for the management fee, and in 2021 it is one of the largest biotech ETF in Hong Kong and have the most inflow in Hong Kong.
I see. By the way, for this biotech ETF, for the investment constituents, are they all listed in Hong Kong or in different markets?
It's all listed in Hong Kong, and we only invested in those biotech stock listed in Hong Kong, and the holdings is 60 holding.
I see. Thanks for supplementing that.
Yeah.
So today's thanks for Chris' time, and then finally let me share some basic information. Today we mentioned two ETF. One is a bond ETF, which is 3141. It's an Asian investment grade bond ETF. The stock price recently is $14 Hong Kong, and the lot size is 200. So the minimum investment is around 3,000. And the second ETF is a Hang Seng Hong Kong Biotech Index ETF. Stock code is 3069. The stock price now is about $11 to $12, and the lot size is 100 shares. So the minimum investment amount is about 1,001 to 1,002 Hong Kong dollar. So in the end, thanks for Chris' time, and investor, please beware all kinds of investment, whether it is securities, bond or ETF, all has risk. Thank you.